Story number 5, Solar Eclipse Chasers. In July of 2017, there were a group of 7 solar eclipse chasers named Adam, Lucas, Jordan, Alana, Timothy, Spencer, and Olivia, all of whom are 19 and are in college. They planned on being solar eclipse chasers as they planned on seeing the August 2017 total solar eclipse in a local park since the path passed through Nebraska, where they attended a Christian college at. They then planned to go on a trip to Utah to see the October 2023 annular solar eclipse and a trip to Indiana to see the April 2024 total solar eclipse. Then on the warm afternoon on Monday, August 21st, 2017, the entire clique came outside with their solar eclipse glasses on, and they were having an awesome time as they were beholding the solar eclipse. This was just the start to their awesome journey to solar eclipse chasing. They even made sure to save up money for those trips, and they agreed to take a train to those places when the time comes, several days before the eclipse, and then leave several days after the eclipse to avoid hefty traffic. Then in the following month, the solar eclipse chasers talked about how beautiful the solar eclipse is, and some of the fellow college students thought that they were full of it when they planned to go solar eclipse chasing, even for solar eclipses that were going to be 6 to 7 years later as of that time. Then 6 years later, in August of 2023, the solar eclipse chasers were excited about the October 2023 annular solar eclipse. At this time, the solar eclipse chasers already had a YouTube channel up that had to do with eclipse chasing, which is where they watch lunar eclipses that are visible, where they live, travel to see solar eclipses if the path of totality is near where they live at, and then track lunar and solar eclipses online if the eclipse is more than a day's travel by train away. They use this channel to the glory of the Lord, and they have posted videos on this channel since 2017. They also make a lot of videos where they go witnessing to other people in the biblical way, and they don't use the modern form of evangelism where Jesus Christ is left out. They even made a couple of videos teaching other brothers and sisters in Christ how to witness to people the right way. As Mark 16:15 tells us to go into all the world and preach the gospel to every creature. They also mention how it is important to always warn about sin and hell, and then mention what Jesus Christ did for us on the cross, so this way we can be saved. Their channel has over 20,000 subscribers, and each member of the Solar Eclipse Chasers work for a ministry called 20 Views Ministries. And they have flexible hours, so this way they have time to make the videos. Then on Thursday, August 24th, Spencer came to the minister's office where Patrick Diggs, whom is the founder of the ministry, knew about how Spencer was called to be a pastor, and then Patrick had Spencer pastor a new church owned by the ministry that opened up in a neighboring town. After this, he prepared for the next chapter of his life. Then Spencer preached his first sermon on Sunday, August 27th, and his 6 other friends came to the new church, and Spencer preached a sermon about the difference in between salvation issues and secondary issues. Then on the morning of Thursday, October 12th, the solar eclipse chasers took a train to Utah to see the annular solar eclipse just 2 days later. They rented 3 cabins for a couple of days at a campsite. Then in the afternoon of Saturday, October 14th, the solar eclipse chasers enjoyed beholding the annular solar eclipse with their solar eclipse glasses on. After the eclipse, they enjoyed the rest of their time there and even went to Bryce Canyon on the following day. When the solar eclipse chasers arrived at Bryce Canyon, they enjoyed spending time at the canyon, and it reminded them of the time when they went on a trip to the Grand Canyon in January of 2020. They had gone on 2 trips to the Grand Canyon, once in June 2015 and again in January 2020. Then on Tuesday, October 17th, the solar eclipse chasers took a train back home to Nebraska and resumed to the work done for 20 Views Ministries. The solar eclipse chasers shared their experience of beholding the annular solar eclipse. Then in November of 2023, the members of the solar eclipse chasers went to Iowa to visit family members for Thanksgiving and Christmas. Their families were impressed at the eclipse chasing that they do, and then post about it on YouTube and Rumble. They also post their videos on their own website, so this way, if their videos get censored on several social media platforms, then it will still be available on their websites. On Wednesday, December 6th, the chasers handed out gospel tracts at a local mall, and then the chasers were assaulted by a New Ager who was hateful towards Christians. Fortunately, the chasers didn't have to go to the hospital, and they forgave the New Ager who persecuted them. Then on Tuesday, January 2nd, the chasers returned home to Nebraska. Several days later, the chasers had a fun time at a go-karts race lounge where they raced 20 laps. After the 20-lap race, the chasers had good food and had water with it. Then in February 2024, Lucas started preaching and he drove to street preaching, and he drove to Omaha to go street preaching for the first time. He started street preaching every week, and many people got saved during their process. On Wednesday, April 3rd, the chasers took a train to Indiana and then rented 3 cabins at a campsite. The chasers enjoyed the outdoorsy activities that abound there. The chasers went into a kayak and enjoyed the nice river. Then one of the kayaks tipped, and 3 of the 7 chasers were now wet, and they dried off after they went kayaking. At night, the chasers roasted marshmallows and made some s'mores to enjoy. They sang hymns and used a guitar, and they went stargazing each night while they were there. The camp food was very good too. On the following afternoon, they had an Elvis sandwich, which is a sandwich made with peanut butter, bananas, and bacon. On Friday night, the chasers had excellent pizza. And on Saturday morning, they had delicious pancakes. In the afternoon on Monday, April 8th, the chasers put their solar eclipse glasses on as they went to see the solar eclipse. The campsite that the chasers were at was first opened in early 1959. And over the years, many families came and had fun. There were a lot of cool memories that were built there. The campsite is open year-round because the cabins offer a fireplace for winter camping. And the campsite also had a couple of activities for winter as well. The chasers enjoyed the rest of their time at the nice campsite. Then on Wednesday, April 10th, the chasers returned home to Nebraska and posted a video about the camping trip that they went on to see the total solar eclipse. The video was posted to their website and their social media platforms. On Instagram, they posted pictures and selfies that they took during the trip. They did not post the selfies with ulterior motives like what most people do, or who post selfies do. Over the years, the chasers continued chasing many different solar eclipses and lunar eclipses in many years to come as they enjoyed the eclipse chasing. They did the eclipse chasing to the glory of God. Throughout the rest of 2024, the chasers spoke at many different churches about how they go eclipse chasing to the glory of God. Then in July of 2024, the Chasers started their own ministry, and Spencer posted videos of the sermons that he preached onto the websites and on other social media platforms. Spencer is also the owner of the ministry since he already pastors a church, and the name of the ministry is Eclipse Chasers Ministries. The videos that were posted by the ministry and the events that were hosted by the ministry were about Jesus Christ, and the ministry even planned to host events where other people could go eclipse chasing as well.